What is going on, everyone? And after the Apple event, which could be considered as a disappointment or like a really exciting event depending on which type of Apple fan you are, but there are some things that were introduced. I'm pretty sure you know about it, but this time I want to talk about all of the pro things, all of the things that Apple says that are pro of the iPhone 11 Pro. Let's begin with this video right now. So you probably sort of know what's going on. You know that there is a new camera on the back of the iPhone 11 Pro. You know that there are some improvements in the speed, but I want to make a list. Like I want to count every single thing that Apple claims is new and pro, what Apple labels as innovation of the iPhone 11 Pro. So let's just get started with the first thing, and that is of course the design. You probably know that the Apple logo moved to the middle and that we got a new camera lens. A little bit more about it later in the video. So we got the new camera bump, which we knew about and we expected. No news right there. From the front side, everything stays completely the same. We don't have anything new on the front side, only on the back side. Another new thing when it comes to the new design is the new finish. We have a new green color, which sort of looks like a really dark shade of green. I don't really like it, but this is definitely the one that we did not expect. Besides that, we also have on the backside the new textured matte finish, so it's not really glossy like it was before, while it still maintains all of the capabilities of the glass back, like the wireless charging and stuff like that. But we're also lacking the reverse charging, which means that you're not able to charge any other devices off of this iPhone. So the next thing that Apple says is new in this iPhone are the speakers, and more specifically spatial speakers and the spatial sound, which means that it's not really anything new, but we have the speakers that are really moving the sound a lot better, and you could theoretically hear the sound a little bit better and have a better experience, but for this we're gonna have to test it out. We also have the fast charging, like being part of the iPhone 11 box. You have this brick which is able to charge your iPhone a lot faster, which is really a great thing. And when we are also talking about the battery, Apple does really claim that the iPhone 11 Pro battery lasts 4 hours longer than the iPhone XS. Of course, they're not comparing it to the iPhone XR because that one has a better battery life, so they want to make the difference like huge, but still, 4 hours is really big difference. Oh, by the way, if you are new here on this channel, then clicking on the subscribe button will do two things. It's gonna help you stay updated with all of the latest information about Apple and all the products you like, and it's also gonna boost and help the channel a little bit, so perhaps try clicking the subscribe button. But now let's continue with the video. There is also faster gigabit class LTE, which serves for a faster internet connection, of course. And when we come back to the design again, Apple really does say that this is the toughest class in a smartphone, not just from the iPhone world, but from every single smartphone in the world. So they're pretty brave to say that. I believe that it's going to be really tough and durable. So again, you're gonna have to check out some drop tests for you to see if it really is so tough. There is also the water and dust resistance, IP68 up to 4 meters, so there is definitely something to consider when buying this iPhone. As we're already sort of talking about the security, there is enhanced Face ID. I don't really know what exactly has been changed, but only some enhancement in the Face ID, so you can expect it to work a little bit faster, or that it's going to be able to scan your face from a further distance or from an angle or something. But again, this is something to see in person to know exactly what's going on. When it comes to the internals, not much has changed. But we have a 13 Bionic chip, which is definitely really fast, and they claim that it surpasses the iPhone XS, of course, but also every single other smartphone out there. So again, this is the fastest iPhone ever, like every single year, which is a good thing. So, but A12 was pretty good already, and A13 should be a little bit faster, so I'm definitely excited to try it out. And also there is this new one called U1 chip, which is like Apple design and implemented into the iPhone, and this is pretty much it when it comes to the internals. And now let's move on to the camera, which is probably and arguably the only big improvement of the iPhone 11 Pro. Okay, so you probably know, and I'm sure you know, that there is this third lens on the back side. So the first lens is the wide lens, there is this ultra wide lens, and there is telephoto lens. which all can work together and seamlessly actually. So the camera, I would say, is really pro on this device. A lot of people are going to say that this is the only thing that could be considered as pro, but the camera is really good on this device. So obviously the ultra wide angle lens, a lot more things actually can fit into your photo, which is a great thing and we know about it. But you also have 4K video at 60 FPS, and with the inclusion of extended dynamic range, so everything works, like you have great colors and great dynamic range while maintaining the 4K at 60 FPS. As we're talking about 60 FPS at 4K, you also have that capability on the front-facing camera, which has of course just been updated as well. It is now a 12 megapixel one, a slow-mo feature included. I'm not sure at how many FPS, I'm not sure if it was included or mentioned at the Apple event, I kind of didn't hear it anywhere, but we'll have to see it in the settings of the iPhone 11 Pro, but definitely, at least if it would be like 120 FPS, it's definitely something. And with the addition of that, they also introduced this new word called slow-fi, which is like a slow selfie. I'm not sure how well it's gonna be accepted, like the word, but yeah, it could be a little bit interesting, you know. There has been introduced a new night mode, which is going to make your dark photos like really good, and of course they're trying to do that, not just sliding the brightness slider all the way to the right, but in the camera and making sure that there is no noise and that the photo really looks good. Everything appears really good when they show us the sample photos, but the real test comes when the iPhone is in our hand and we can literally take a photo and see ourselves how it actually looks. You also have the option to use the portrait mode, which is good, but it's not really anything new, but right now there is the support for your pets, which is kind of funny, but you can also take a portrait photo of some other things. What could also be considered as a new and sort of pro thing is that the brightness is 1200 nits, which is good and it's going to be really well in the daylight, in the direct sunlight. It should provide you with the better user experience and you should see better what is actually on the screen. And speaking of screen, there is oleophobic coating, but keep in mind that this kind of surface cannot be cleaned using some sort of chemical substances and some sort of cleaners, because it's gonna destroy the oleophobic coating, and that means that it's gonna make the iPhone screen like a fingerprint magnet, so keep that in mind. Haptic touch presents itself like a new feature, even though it's not really a new feature, I would say, because the 3D touch is technically not there on the iPhone 11 Pro nor the iPhone 11, and it has been sort of replaced by the long press, I would say, but it's not really a long press because you have a haptic feedback, so it's trying to mimic the 3D touch thing and feel, but it's not really the same thing anymore. And the last thing I would say is new when it comes to the iPhone 11 Pro is the new flash, which is brighter and which is true tone, so brighter true tone flash is the last thing that I can consider as a pro feature of the iPhone 11. I'm pretty sure that I have definitely skipped something and I didn't mention all of the things, but if there is something I skipped, then please let me know down below in the comments. I'm just gonna be really thrilled to see what you like about the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 11 Pro, but we are getting to the end of this video. I want to say thanks a lot for watching. I just wanted to make a quick recap because you hear so much information regarding this Apple event, like the iPad, iPhone 11, iPhone 11 Pro, and all of the things, and I just wanted to make a really clear list of all of the new things that are part of the iPhone 11 Pro. So thanks a lot for watching again, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe for more content like this, and see you guys later in the next video. Peace out.